Hey folks, this is going to be our next project. I don't know whether it's going to turn into a video or not. This was my stepdaughter's husband's lawn tractor. It's, I guess, probably 12, 13 years old. She loaned it to her son-in-law about 3 years ago, and he drove it till it ran out of gas. And I don't know whether you can see that or not. That's the belt. There it is. This is the drive belt for the mowing deck. When it broke, he parked it, and it's been sitting out in the rain for, I guess about 2.5 years. The sun's eating the seat up pretty good. We're going to do something with that. The key was missing. I got the key off of eBay yesterday. Actually, 2 keys came in yesterday. They were, I think, about $6, $7 for 2 of them. There's the mess. Had a wasp nest. Oh, there she is. I knocked the nest down and chased her out yesterday, but there she is back again. Stubborn little critter. I disconnected the battery, had the battery charger on it for the last 3 days. I hope it's going to take a charge. If not, what I'll do is I'll pull the battery out of my Boland's. These two share a lot in common. Pretty much the drive belt assembly and the mowing deck assembly are pretty much mounted in there the same way. They're both a real pain in the rear end to take out. But I'm going to have to pull this one out and see the reason my son-in-law, before he passed away, loaned this thing to his, wait a minute, that would be my son-in-law, yes, loaned it to his son-in-law. Let me get that straight. I loaned it. My son-in-law loaned it to his son-in-law. Yeah, that's correct now. And it just sat and sat and sat. Once the drive belt broke, because it was a second belt in 2 years, I'm going to have to pull that deck out and find out what's going on with that, make sure they put it in right, and get another new belt for it. I haven't had a bit of problem with my Boland's. It's 5 years old. Well, yes, it has. The ethanol and the gasoline ate the little rubber piece off in the bottom of the bowl of the carburetor, and over the winter 2 years ago, filled the whole crankcase on the tractor full of gasoline. I had to pull the plug, pump it out, and I would suggest this with the gravity feed carburetor and tank. I would put one of those little shut-off valves. In fact, I forgot to shut it off the last time I parked it. Let's shut it off now. Okay, this thing has no gasoline in it, or if you come from the other side of the pond, petrol. But there it is. I'm going to dump some of that in it. I'm going to shut you down now, hook the battery up, and see if the thing will crank. If not, I might have to put the battery charger on it. Okay, I'm going to shut you off now. Okay, we're starting over again. There's the battery that came out of it. I had the battery charger on and off for 3 days. I thought it was charged up, but it wouldn't crank it over. I took the one out of my lawn tractor and put in it, and it's not the best in the world. It's 3 years old. These things barely last over a year. So I'm going to go to store tonight, pick up another battery, and I hope I can charge that one up because I'm going to put the new one in my tractor. We're going to try and sell this Cub Cadet. Let's see, what's the model number? Series 1000. If I can get it running and get it cutting, get a new belt on it, we're going to try and sell it. It's got a Kohler 19 horsepower Courage engine in it. I got the battery charger on my battery out of my tractor right now. What I did was, because there was a bunch of crap in the bottom of that fuel tank, I pulled the fuel hose out. This is the fuel pump. I pulled the hose off going to the carburetor, and I put this little piece of hose that I had on here. And we'll show you that we're pumping a little bit of... Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn the battery charger on high. But you can see it's pumping a little bit of the crud out of the... It's pretty good looking fuel now. I'm going to put the hose back up again, shut you off till we get a decent battery and crank this thing over. I did check the oil. It's dirty as sin. And it's about quart light. I put another quart in it. So we'll see what can happen. I'll drain it and change the filter and put clean oil in it if we ever get it running. Okay, I'm going to shut you off for now. Bye. We're back again. Back to this monster. I want you to know, and should have mentioned this in the previous video, that if anybody knows anything about Cub Cadets, anything at all, they probably know 100% more than what I do. We did pick a battery up yesterday. I'm going to cover the bowlings. I keep it covered. I'll cover the other one and get it running. Oops. Yeah, cover's a bit rotten. There's my sleeve hitch for the other. I have a video for making it and fabricating it and then grading the driveway up at our cabin. Yeah, there's the battery down in there and a new plug. We're going to shut you off right now until I get the battery installed, and I'll show you something before I put the plug in. Okay, we'll shut you off for right now and be back to you shortly. Bye. Okay, there's the new battery in place. I guess you can see that with the sun shining on it. Let me try to cover that. New plug and old plug. Actually, the old plug didn't look that bad, but I bought a new one when I was getting the battery. If you look down in there close, you'll see mud dauber nests. For those of you that don't have mud daubers, they're a wasp-like flying insect that does sting, and they build little mud nests and lay their eggs in them. Okay, we're going to go around the other side and show you something that I found yesterday. Let me roll it over a little bit by hand. I got the plug out so I can. Now that's supposed to be an electrical contact. Let me get that back a little bit. I got a funny feeling that when I get this all together, we're not going to have any spark, and that's probably going to be part of the reason. So I'm going to shut you off now. I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to clean these up, the magnets, and let me see, these two, the magnets, and these surfaces here. And then I'm going to wash it down and get rid of those mud dauber nests and the cooling fins, put the plug in it, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, we'll be back to you shortly. Bye. Okay, we're back again. I don't know whether you can see that. I got those cleaned up pretty decent. it's going to have to be cleaned up greatly. Normally these things are slotted so you can adjust them in and out. This one isn't, so I didn't have to mark it. Normally I mark it because if it was running, it's probably adjusted right. And I have no idea what the specs are and what it's supposed to be adjusted at. So I'm going to shut you off while I clean this thing up. And we're going to see if we have a little bit of spark. And if we have some spark, well, oops, pushed the wrong button. If we have some spark, well, she should fire off. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay. I got this fairly well cleaned up. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Did a reasonably good job of cleaning that up. Now we're going to mount him back on. This around. Whoa. Now we got some magnet there now. Okay. Make sure we got some clearance here. Pretty decent. Okay. Time for the plug. I don't know whether you can see it. The plug goes right in down here. I had to take the whole cowl off the top of this thing to even get to the plug, and I'm glad I did because then I noticed a rust on these parts. We're going to shut you off till we get the plug in and then see what happens. Be back to you in just a couple minutes. Bye.